Hello. Welcome. Okay, I'm really sorry about the background and all of this. It looks a little funny. Hopefully I can fix this all with the editing, with the lighting, but if I don't, I'm sorry. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about sleep training. So, how we slept train our son. So, Miko is around 13 and a half months now, and we decided to sleep train him around 10 months old, or around there. Well, really, some people don't sleep train at all, but I know a lot of people, 10 months is actually really late to sleep train, but I just wasn't ready. He has slept in his own room since he's about 3 months old, so it's pretty early, but he would still wake up overnight. Pretty young, it was more often, than over time it was less, but still, he would wake up at least one time a night, and sometimes it was really bad and hard to get him to go back to sleep. We'd have to bring him in our bed and all of that. So finally, around 10 months, I was just like, I'm done. He's old enough. He didn't need a night feed or anything like that. So he didn't necessarily need to be waking up overnight. And he usually sleeps around 7 to 8, usually around 7:30 is when he goes to sleep. So we usually put him down, and then he'd wake up anywhere from I don't know, 11 to 1 or 2 in the morning. He'd wake up, he'd cry, and then you have to go take care of him, rock him, do whatever, bring him to the bed. It was bad. So we decided to go ahead and try the cry it out method. I'm not sure the exact type, which I'll put it up here, the actual name of the type that we did. But first we tried to let him cry for a little bit, and then go in, try to calm him down, and then go back out, and then do that over and over again. But we noticed that when we did that, if we went into the room to try and calm him down, take him out, do whatever, that would make it even worse, and he'd cry even harder. So it seemed at least for our child, that method didn't work. So I felt really, really bad, but we decided to try the full, just leave him and let him cry it out for as long as it takes. If it's an hour, it's an hour. Not do the gradual, little by little method, which again, I felt really guilty. I cried too. It was so hard. But the first night, I think he cried for probably a good hour, maybe a little bit more. And then finally, he would stand up and he'd cry, and then he finally would sit down, and then he would actually fall asleep sitting because he didn't refuse to lie down, and then he'd kind of rock, fall asleep, wake up, start crying again. So that was really hard. And then finally he would fall asleep, I don't know, an hour and a half later. And then the second night was pretty similar, a little bit better. And then I would say probably within a week, he finally, he still would cry a little bit going to sleep, and he does that sometimes a little bit, lying down. But I would say it was about a week for him to finally, I guess, mostly just, sleep throughout the night. So again, that was around 10 months old. And since then, he's 13 and a half months, and still every once in a while he will wake up overnight, especially if he's been sick, or I don't know, if he's in a different place, or, something like that. Recently, we had a few times that he woke up quite often and he was sick, but in general, he will sleep overnight, and, if he might wake up 5 to 7 in the morning, before he would sleep, he'd have 2 naps during the day, and then he'd usually wake up at 5 in the morning. And now recently he's switched to 1 nap by himself. I'd prefer 2. But now he sleeps more with 1 nap during the day, and then he'll usually sleep a little bit longer, more 6:30 to maybe 7 in the morning. Usually more 6:30. But that is the method that we use for sleep training. Again, some people, I'm not really sure what it's called, the other type, which again I'll put here, use the gradual method where they do 5 minutes and they go in. The next time they do 7 minutes, they go in, then 10 minutes, then I think 20 minutes. And for some families, that works. Some kids like that, but my kid, it was worse. So we just went ahead and did the full, I think it's extinction, cry it out method. And it sounds really mean, and some people think that it's really mean, but it works, and he is fine. It's not like he's been traumatized or anything. But again, I know it's very controversial. Just because it worked for us doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You don't have to. Just, try and see what works for you. So, I just wanted to kind of talk about our sleep training experience and let me know what type worked for your children. If you have a few kids, did you try, the gradual, the full extinction? Did you just never sleep train them? What did you do? Let me know. I am curious. Okay, well, hopefully you liked the video, and remember to subscribe and, check out our Instagram, social media, and all of that. And I'll leave a comment. All right, see you in the next one. Bye!